Hi, this is Marian Stahl, and this is my technology proposal and plan presentation for CSPU 640. So I started out with a needs assessment, and that needs assessment was conducted at John Glenn Middle School. I received 60 responses on a survey from teachers, students, and stakeholders. And the survey had questions that helped to assess needs in all three domains of a school counseling program. So there were questions about social emotional needs, questions about academic needs, and also career and college. Also for the needs assessment, I did an interview with the school principal and also with the two school counselors. The results of the needs assessment showed in social emotional a need for more bullying prevention, education and healthy relationships, helping students with anxiety, and also technology addiction. And for the academic area, time management and study skills were identified as the highest needs. And then for career college, an exposure to career options and then learning about the importance of college education were identified as the highest need. Also during the interviews, the thing that was really that they identified as one of the biggest needs was to reduce the student to counselor ratio, which was 600 to 1. So right now they have 1,200 students and 2 counselors. They want to hire an additional school counselor. The other thing was talked about during the interviews was collecting data, that was important, and also demonstrating a need for their school counseling program and their services. So that's something that is a need for counseling programs all over, and something that they definitely agreed with. So how do we meet the needs of students by using technology? There are so many ways. This just kind of touches the surface. Like, we can communicate with students and families through technology. We can use online surveys. They can help students with clear career exploration. You can do social skills trainings. There's so many things that technology can be used for to help students. When school counselors use technology, it can help increase efficiency. They can also access resources, like local resources that are more up to date, that's easy to access on the internet to help your families and students. Also, it can help counselors with networking and collaborating. Also, it can help evaluate the effectiveness of services and can even help with delivering counseling services. So I'm going to use something that will help evaluate the need for the counseling services and how much the counselors are being utilized. My integration plan is going to be using Google Forms to deliver counseling services, but like I had said, also to assess the need and keep track of what's being provided. These 3 forms that I'm going to integrate and use are the sign-in sheet and a request to see a counselor form, and then a referral form, and I'm going to talk about these in great detail. So my integration plan is to highlight the benefits first of all. I'm going to talk about how this is going to help with time management. It's going to help school counselors be more efficient. It's going to help them track who they see and what they see them for, and also what the students need them for. What are the most requested services. It's going to be cost effective. It's going to help reduce printing. Although we may still need to do a little bit of printing, it's going to be a lot less. There are still certain counseling departments that will print a request to see a counselor form, and that's all they use is a printed form. It's going to help instantly organize all this information into a spreadsheet, which Google Forms does, and that's going to make for easy access and analysis. I'm going to inform students and staff about these forms and that they can be used. So it's going to be important to spread the word. So I can do things like post it on the website, a link to the forms. I could post flyers if necessary, just talking about the forms with a link or even a Q code. I can talk about it at staff meetings. and also do classroom visits to let the students know these forms are available. And the forms can be easily emailed to staff and students. I think one of the really important parts about integrating this technology and using the Google Forms is going to be to use one computer. You're going to need one computer designated in the front of the counseling office, because when students come to see their counselor, you're going to want them to sign in. So using a computer. So that's going to be really important. And so that's going to be one thing in integrating this plan. I'm going to have to convince the principal the importance of having that computer designated for that. So thinking about cultural factors, nowadays most of the students use technology. In our district, we have a Chromebook for every student. The neighboring districts some of them have iPads. A lot of students nowadays have a cell phone, and you can actually complete these Google Forms on a cell phone. So students today are technology driven. They actually prefer to use technology than printed paper, regardless of their ethnicity. They can be completed. That's not an issue. Students they can be taught. They can complete the form in the office if a computer is just not accessible. That's, again, the reason for having that one designated computer. But there's also computers in the library. And then if necessary for some students, it's possible to print these forms as well. So responding to concerns that people might have regarding using Google Forms, there's always going to be counselors and staff that are resistant to using technology. I think one of the biggest concerns with this that will be brought up is confidentiality. I'm going to go into that about how to maintain confidentiality when using Google Forms. The other thing I might hear about is student access. Again, I'm, assure that many students have access to computers, and there will be some that don't. And again, I'm addressing that by having that one computer in the counseling office. The other thing that I want to point out is that with the Pew Research, they found in 2015, 87% of American teens ages 13 to 17 have access to a desktop or laptop and computer. So it's just very common nowadays. And then if you look at smartphones, it's just as much. Password protection. You can password protect the information, the Google Forms, if necessary. It can be completed at home for privacy as well. So students, if they've got a computer at home, they can do it in the privacy of their home. And then steps can be taken to assure confidentiality. I'm going to talk about that. So on the Berkeley Law website, I cited that at the end of this presentation. It shows you here exactly what to do. So, important note, in order to protect confidential information of students, make sure that see summary charts and text responses is not checked. This talks about also editing collaborators, making sure that private only you can access is shown. So this is demonstrating exactly how you can assure confidentiality and privacy when using Google Forms. So the 3 forms, this is a screenshot of my form, so you can see exactly what's going to be on them. The appointment sign-in sheet, when the student goes into the computer, they'll see this and they'll put their last name, first name, their student ID, and then check the reason for their visit. Again, this is going to help you track what students are coming into the office to see you for. Now, the next form is called a request to see a counselor form. This is something that a student could do anywhere. They could do it at home, in the library, or they could come into the office and fill out the form on that computer. It's going to have the date, their last name, first name, their ID. You could remove this part if there was only one school counselor, but they could check out who's their counselor, and then what they want to see their counselor for, what they're requesting. And then here, this is important. What type of counseling are you interested in? So I put down the needs that were identified in the needs assessment, and this way you can really track what the requests are for. And then if you have 5 or 6 students who come in and say, well, I need help with stress and anxiety, then that would be a group that you could start. And then, of course, this is important. You want to ask them if they have an urgent problem. And I even identified what urgent means. It means your safety or the safety of others is at risk. So if they say yes, you'll know that that's something that needs to be addressed immediately. And then you give them space there to include anything else they want you to know. And then the third form is a referral form. So this is a referral form that would be used by teachers and staff to let you know that there's a student in need. It's going to ask for their email address, the date, the name, their name, also a contact number. You could change this to do a contact, or you could just delete it actually, because you'd have email. You could make this optional, having a phone number. With these Google Forms, you can, if it has a star next to it, it means they have to fill it out, but you could change that and make it optional. The title of the person referring, and the concern that they have about the student. And then just give some space here for anything else. So these are the 3 forms I would want to integrate into my school counseling program. I've left here for you a link to all of these 3 forms. I made a copy, and so you can then go in and access these forms, and you'll also be able to make a copy. And you can use these in your program if you want to. It's really important to make a copy, because otherwise you're going to be going in and editing. Everybody will be editing that same form. You want to make a copy. And this shows you here on the right where the 3 dots are. That'll give you that option to make the copy. So here's my references that I used: the Pew Research and the Berkeley Law, University of California. Thank you very much for watching my presentation.